Hello everyone, you all are welcome on my channel. This is Bharti, and today students we are going to learn about Ranga's marriage chapter. This is written by Masti Venkatesh Iyengar. So before starting the summary of the chapter, I would like to tell you something about the author. M.V. Iyengar, he was born in 1891 and died in 1986. He was very well known as the father of Kannada literature. His fictional works got him into prominence. He was awarded the prestigious Jnanpith Award 4 times. His style was simple and very popular. His narrative style is at once evocative. That is why ordinary readers are able to identify themselves with his characters, which come from familiar life. Everybody can relate himself or herself to his stories. Though he writes on serious human issues, he shows an uncanny sense of humor and satire in almost all his works. He is called Brahma of Kannada story and forefather of short story. So now students, this was about the author, and now I would like to tell you the summary of the chapter. The narrator comments why he had not given any elaborate title to the present story, like Ranganatha's Vivaha or Jagannatha's Vivaha. The reason is that the story is about a common boy, okay, whose name is Ranga, and his marriage. He is an accountant's son and native of village Hoshali. Okay, students, let me introduce the characters. How many characters are there in this story? Number 1, Ranga, then Shyama, then Ratna, and Shastri. Shastri is an astrologer. Okay. Ranga is a son of an accountant who sends his son to Bangalore to study. And Shyama, the narrator. Okay. Narrator wishes that both of them should get married. Ranga and Ratna. That is why he makes some strategy so that both should be married. Now let me tell you about the village Hoshali. Okay, the narrator mentions that village has lots of beauty. Okay, it is a very small, but it is not mentioned in geography books. And if somebody comes over there, then he or she can experience the beauty of this Hoshali village. He has mentioned about doctor, also Gunda Bhatta, who visited many a times that village. Okay, he has gone to outside India as well, and he has mentioned about the pond which are there in his village, and sour mangoes, creepers are there in his village. But the narrator Shyama says that real appreciation of the village can be felt only if somebody visits it. Okay, and now let me tell you, let's go ahead about the summary. Ranga's homecoming was a great event. Shyama recalls an incident that happened 10 years ago when Ranga, he came back from Bangalore after completing his studies. Okay, that was why Ranga's homecoming was a great event, because that time not many people knew English. A big crowd went to greet him. They all wanted to notice the changes that had happened in Ranga. But unfortunately, there was no change Unfortunately is for the villager, but it is fortunately, because he was very much uh, addicted to his custom. He always followed his tradition. He never forgot. He respects by joining hands to the villagers. So everybody got disheartened, and they were disappointed that there is no change in Ranga. Why it is so? Because everybody thought that yes, there will be some change in him, but there was no change. That is why they go back. But narrator Shyama, he remains there only. He does not go over there. Only the narrator continued to stand there. Ranga had a smile on his face. He still followed the rituals of his caste by respectfully touching the narrator's feet. And he touched the narrator's feet also. The narrator decides to get Ranga married. He thought that the kind of person Ranga is, that is why he needs a very good, cultured girl. Okay, so then he thinks that Ratna will be a suitable girl for him. Yes, the same afternoon Ranga went to the narrator's house with a couple of oranges in his hand. The narrator thought that such a fine and generous boy should get married and settle down in village itself, and inquired about his plan to get married. Searching for the right girl who was mature enough, Ranga wanted that he will be married a girl who will be matured enough. Secondly, he wanted to marry a girl he admired, whom he would like. He was not in a favor to have arranged marriages prevalent in the society. Till he got a girl of his choice, he wanted to remain a bachelor. He was not in mood to marry unless he doesn't get a girl of his own choice. The narrator was distressed to learn about Ranga's view on marriage, but he made up his mind that was very soon he would get Ranga married. He made up his mind and he planned something, and he thought that sooner I am going to get him married. The narrator found suitable girl for Ratna. One day what happens? The narrator found the most suitable girl for him. It was Rama Rao's niece Ratna, a pretty girl of 11 years who came to stay with Rama Rao after her parents died. And she was from big town, so he knew how to play. That is why she knew that how to play veena and harmonium. She also had a sweet voice. Okay. Now the narrator starts playing matchmaker. The next morning, the narrator told Rama Rao's wife that to send Ratna to his house to fetch some buttermilk. Okay. Ratna knew the narrator very well, and he was a frequent visitor to Rama Rao's house. So there was no hesitation in visiting that place. Ratna came to the narrator's house. When Ratna came, Ranga also goes over there. When she comes, he requested her to sing. It was Friday and she was wearing sari, and narrator told her that you sing something, and she starts singing. Ranga's disappointment. Meanwhile, Ranga came to the narrator's house, and he stopped at the threshold. He did not want the singing to stop. Okay, so he remained there only. He listened the song, and he was fascinated, attracted by her song. Okay, after a while, Ranga asked about Ratna, and the narrator answered very cunningly. He said that that girl is already married a year ago. The narrator noticed sign of disappointment on Ranga's face. Ranga felt after some time, Ranga goes from there, and after some time he felt that okay, if she is married, then we will see something else. The narrator's plan. Then he plans, when he found a sign of disappointment, Then he planned something. The next morning, the narrator met astrologer and who was known as Shastri. Okay, the narrator suggested him to meet Shastri and inquire what was worrying him. He said Shastri is an astrologer. He knows, what to do when somebody is worried. Shastri pretended surprise and spoke about meeting the narrator after a long time. The narrator almost ruined his own plan by saying that he had already met Shastri that very morning, but Shastri saved it by changing the sentence. If he would have said like this, then he would have been caught. So Shastri saved him by saying something else. The narrator told Shastri that something was worrying poor Ranga and they had come to seek his help. He said that we have come here to take your help. After making a pretense of some calculation, Shastri said that it was about a girl. To the narrator's question as to whom that girl was, he said whom he can marry. Okay. Then Shastri suggested that girl's name will be like Kamla, Pachi, Moss, Pearl or Ratna, that is found from the ocean, the precious stone. If he is going to marry such kind of girl, whose name would be such kind of, then it will be good for both of them. The narrator's plan succeeded. The narrator's plan was bearing fruit now. There was some surprise on Ranga's face and even some happiness also. On their return, Shyama passed in front of Rama's house. There Ratna was standing. Then he goes inside and come immediately outside. And then he had surprised look on his face. He told Ranga that there was some wrong information given to him. He did not say that I did something. He said I got some wrong information. Let me correct, that girl is not married at all. She is a bachelor girl. Shyama asked Ranga that he is thinking about Ratna. Ranga admitted that whenever Shastri said about the girl was true, now he wanted to get married Ratna. So this is how the narrator could succeed in his plan. Ranga and Ratna get married. Finally, Ranga and Ratna got married. All the idealism of Ranga was forgotten as he was totally fascinated by Ratna's beauty and sweet voice. What he was thinking earlier, that girl should be mature and that she should be of my choice. Now he married a girl of 11 years old. Why? Because he was fascinated by her beauty and sweet voice. They named their first child Shyama. Shyama. Who is Shyama in this story? The narrator. And the named Ranga, after some time they invited Shyama, also the narrator, for dinner on the occasion of his 3-year-old son's birthday. The son was also named Shyama in honor of the narrator. Thus Ranga was leading a happy married life with Ratna. This is how they could lead a very happy life. Now students, there are some difficult words in the story that I would like to show you. You can see and then you can note down also. Here, these are the words, students. Number 1 is cartographer. It means one who draws map. Feast, here it means delight. Muttering means murmuring. Murmuring already you know. Embarrassed, felt awkward. Jerking, twisting. And paraphernalia means miscellaneous things. Savoring, relishing. Lump, a piece. Palmera means palm tree. Students, these were the difficult words. So along with this, your chapter is over now. Thank you very much.